Alright, here's the mound. I'm the type of person, I'm very cheap, and if I have the material to use it, I use it. I'm a pack rat. I save all kinds of stuff, but here is how I saved $1,000 on a mound. You know, and $400 or $500 for one of those cheap little round ones. This is, I believe, 7.5, 8 feet tall, long. But I'm going to build it once, so when my kid's in high school, and hopefully 6'7", 6'8", he'll still be landing right here. No point in making a mound where he's going to land here, and then have to adjust later in life. I believe in building it once, and so here's the skeletal view. Now, like I said, I paid $0 for this. Right there, I got 2 skids. I got one on top of the other. Free from just a warehouse right down the street. I got one staggered a little bit farther back just so I can get my longer mound. And then I got a little wider one for the bottom. Now what I did is, you can see I cut the longer skid off, the wider one right there, and I moved the boards inside. So now I got 3 boards that I took from the outside, in the middle, the two of the outsides, and then the middle one, and I centered them. So now I still have all that sound structure. Now you're looking at it probably like, oh my God, that's so heavy. Well, if you've moved the portable mound made out of the rubber or whatever else they have, they're heavy too. This baby is 100 pounds, 150. So like I said, I just took one skid, put it on the other, bolted it down. Then I took this 2x4 and I ripped it down in half. So I got that angle. Notched it out right there. Perfect. Now there's the skeletal view. You can see the skid underneath. But I'm going to cover it with carpet. So for the price, can't beat it. By the way, this carpet, this green inside outside stuff, this roll was $9.99. 6 feet by 7 feet by 10 feet or something. So I paid $10 for this mound and the hardware. And like I told you, I saved stuff. So hardware is from furniture I've taken apart. So I really didn't pay for those screws either. Like I said, use what you have laying around. After this, I'll show you the finished product, but I wanted to show you a skeletal view. If you need ideas and you got all this wood laying around, I'll draw you one. But like I said, most of it's common sense. You need the platform, and you want your picture to have this nice long thing, just like a big mound, a high school mound. You get to Little League fields and they stop right here, and what happens is every single kid puts his plant foot there, whether that's his stride length or not. That's where he puts it. Well, we want the stride length to wherever he is. We're not going to teach him to pitch on bad mound conditions. We're going to teach him good mound conditions, and then how to accommodate to bad mound positions. Alright, there's the finished product. Got the carpet on there. Like I said, I'm not paying for stuff when I don't have to. I got this rubber, just old rubber. It was broken and it was in the field shed. They're anywhere from $24 to $100, but that one was free. So if you're gonna build one of these, ask your field guys, ask a coach, ask somebody if they got an extra one laying around in the shed that's broken, that you're gonna use, that you can use. The other thing, since this was a community field, this thing was 24 inches long, and it was, I don't remember how wide, 8 inches, 7, 8 inches. But anyway, for youth, you want it 18 inches, pros are 24. Well, like I said, I'm building this once. So what I did is I took the 24 and I took maybe 5-6 inches off. But for baseball, it's always 4 inches wide. So that I lopped off, so that will always be the same. The only difference is it's a little bit longer for the youth. But, you know, better longer than having to do another one when he moves up and then moves up and moves up. We're just going to get pretty much close to pro as possible. And then you're also probably wondering, why is this gap here? I know the wife did. She's like, eh, break their ankles. Along with everything that I teach, the most important thing to teach is pitching mechanics. And the number one reason why kids struggle, kids hurt their arms, they wonder why they're not getting their velocity, is their stride length. You need to step your length of your body as your stride length. If you're 6 feet tall, you want to land out 6 feet. If you're 4 feet tall, land at 4 feet. If you're 6 feet tall, you don't land at 4 or 5, 5.5. You have to hit 6 feet. Now when I say I see poor mechanics at high school, it starts from the start of the windup to the follow-through. But this is the one that's going to kill you. Stride length. So what I did, Bailey right now is 5'4", I think, 5'3". Now what I did is, you can see, here's the 5 foot mark right there, 5 feet. So Bailey has no reason to use any of this. It's just going to cause his velocity to drop, his mechanics to fail, all of the above. We want these boys to step the length of their body. He's got a little giveaway right here. Like I said, here's the 5 foot. That's where he should be landing every single time. So he's got about 2, 4, 6, 8 inches to play with. But like I said, we're going to be working on that. The harder throwers throw 110% of their body. So Bailey's 5 feet there, or he's 5'4", so there's 5. 5'4". Now he should be hitting about 5'7", 5'8", right now. And then once he gets bigger, he'll be stepping right off this thing. So like I said, get this out of there. Get these kids used to using their whole length of their body. They start standing right here when they're 6 feet tall and they're stepping at 3 feet and 4 feet. What happens is they're not using any of their lower body, and it's all upper body, which means it's all his arm. You'll watch. You'll see a pitcher do a short stride, and then he struggles to get that arm to catch up. So not only is it timing, it's velocity, it's all of the above. So I took this little part out to keep Bailey getting the long stride length. Now I do work with other kids, and one of them is 4'6" or something. So what I did, I just made an extra board. So what I'll do is I'll just throw that on there when he's pitching, screw those two sides down, and then I'm going to get him to step over his little boundary mark. We got to keep these guys stepping long. So there's the new mound. I paid $9.99 for the carpet. Screws I already had. Wood was free from laying around, 2x4s. And I did buy a spray adhesive to spray the carpet down before I stapled it. But let me save you $4. I bought the cheap kind. And you know, they had $11 stuff, and I went with the cheap kind, and it didn't work. Not at all. So don't waste your $4. I would also suggest don't even waste $11. It's stapled down there fine. It's not going anywhere. It took maybe a half an hour to put it on there. So if I have to spend $10 a year to get this looking brand new, to keep it usable, I'll just spend the $10 a year versus the crappy glue that you spray on there. And I'm assuming if you buy the better glue, you're just going to have residue all over the place when you peel this one off. So just staple it. Save you money, save you time. with this carpet, I'm guessing I should get 2-3 seasons out of it. You know, I'm going to be pulling this in the garage in the winter and covering it outside when it's raining or whatever. So there it is. That mound cost me $9.99 to make, and that was carpet only. The rest was stuff I had laying around. It took maybe a garage time of 7-8 hours. But like I said, I'd never done one before, so 6 of the hours was refiguring stuff out and refixing things. So it's not too bad. It's going to beat running up to the field to use the mound, and now I'll have kids coming to my house versus trying to accommodate everybody going up to the field and never having an open mound.